What's going on, everybody? I'm Matt.
And I'm Vanessa.
And today we're going to be talking about the highly anticipated It. That's right. And for those of you who don't know, It is based off of Stephen King's terrifying novel of the same name, which follows a group of unpopular kids who name themselves the Losers Club and who find themselves hunted by a supernatural, evil, shape-shifting entity that can take the form of your darkest fears, but who usually manifests itself as a scary clown. This demonic presence awakens every 27 years to feed, and the children must rely on themselves and each other to fend off Pennywise the clown and stay alive. So the novel and the 1990 made-for-TV film both follow the Losers Club as children, and then again as adults. This film does not. It only follows the children's side, the children's aspect. But we're hoping for a part two, a second part.
We are hoping. I mean, towards the end of this movie, I looked over at my husband here and I was like, this is really long. Do they even have time to talk about this?
Yeah, this movie is already going on 2 hours. Are they going to get to the adults at some point? It's like, no, they're not. No, they're not. But I will say, and this isn't any kind of spoiler or anything, but right away at the end of the beginning of the film, beginning of the credits, I can say that. I know what I'm talking about. At the end of the film, beginning of the credits, they do put up It Chapter 1. So once again, here's hoping for Chapter 2 in like 2 to 5 to 10 to 20 years. I mean, it all is just depending on how well this film does. And I read today that it broke the Thursday night record that Deadpool had held. So if it makes enough money, we'll get the second part and we'll see what happens when the kids come back as adults.
Yes.
But anyways, having read the book personally and seen the 1990 film multiple times, I'm actually going to try and separate my review and not be so biased, except for one thing, and that is it is very hard to top Tim Curry as Pennywise the Clown, but I'll get to that later.
It is. I have not read the novel, but I did watch, and I'm a fan of the 1990 made-for-TV
Yeah, some
movie.
people hate it, some people like it, love it.
I like it.
I don't know. It scared the hell out of me when I was 8. So
it is still hard to compare, and what I think about the made-for-TV movie, it's more of a under-your-skin kind of creepy. So we'll get into that later, too.
Yeah, and right away, one of the things I do love about this movie is the fact that it's a horror movie, but it's also a coming-of-age tale. I love how much focus and attention the Losers Club gets, and you see how these kids handle their fears and also other aspects of their lives. You know, bullies, their terrible home lives that some of them have, not all of them.
Not all of them have.
You get a sense for who these kids are.
Family tragedy, all sorts of stuff you get in here, and how they kind of, you have the starting four guys, and you can sense their friendship, and then they even, grab onto it, run into a few more, and they welcome them with open arms and make this 7-person Losers Club, which I like.
Yeah, and the kids in this film are fantastic. The acting is tremendous, especially when you're talking about just a bunch of kids. No offense, but you're just kids. You're just kids. But no, the acting is tremendous, especially in my opinion, Sophia Lilly, who played Beverly. I thought her role was one of the hardest in the film. Yeah, she just knocked it out of the park.
Yeah, she's the sole girl in a group of the Losers Club with a bunch of guys.
Yeah, and her home life is
pretty rough. She does well.
I thought she was great. And then who is it? Theon Wolfhead. A lot of people know from Stranger Things, and he did a really good job playing Stan. There we go. No, Richie.
No.
I know my characters.
Finn Wolfhard is Richie.
What did I say? Theon?
Theon, yeah. You're thinking of Dunkirk.
Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Another really good movie.
Yes, but we're talking about that right now.
Yeah, we are. And then you get to Bill Skarsgård.
Yes.
Yeah, he does a really good job playing Pennywise. He is creepy.
He is very creepy. This Pennywise is definitely creepy. Not Tim Curry. But I am a firm believer in less is more. A very firm, especially in horror films, less is more. And this movie had some really creepy undertones and really scary moments that kind of jump up at you. Most of them are jump scares, but some kind of sink in, which is the whole point, which is why I like the 1991, because of that sinking in, creeping into your skin kind of feeling. Which I did like. They had that in this one too, but too much jump scares and almost towards the end too much Pennywise.
Yeah, and that's what I was gonna say. I mean, already I know, Tim Curry. Once again, some people really like that movie, some people hate that movie. I like the movie. I don't think it's great or anything, but I do enjoy it, and mostly because Tim Curry is so good.
He is.
Bill Skarsgård is really good, but one of my problems is there's a lot of CGI when it comes to Pennywise, which I felt in some scenes really worked. Other scenes I didn't feel like it was necessary, because when you just have Bill Skarsgård on screen without the CGI, he's very creepy.
He's very creepy. If anybody saw the trailer or the promo of him just in the
storm drain with Georgie,
that right there, he is so creepy. No CGI.
So creepy. No CGI.
But he is so creepy. So
yeah, there's just a lot of CGI when it comes to Pennywise, and it kind of shocked me because I didn't realize there was going to be that much. Like, I already knew they were going to do the effect with his eyes where it looks like they're glowing almost nonstop, and I don't mind that. But when it's total CGI, it kind of takes away from the effect, as well as towards the end of the film, you see him a lot. You get a lot of Pennywise.
Yeah, it's too frequent. Like I said, once you stare at something long enough, you get used to it, and you lose that sense of fear.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, by the time the last 20 minutes of the film rolled around or whatever, I was like, I'm not scared of him anymore, and he's not really creeping me out anymore. But there are some great moments in this film. There are some really creepy moments. The film, is it scary? There are a lot of jump scares, which to me that doesn't do anything for me.
I jumped quite a bit to a lot of those jump scares, so
yeah.
But
there are some great visuals. The cinematography is great, and there are moments that get under your skin. I don't know. I mean, overall, it's a pretty good adaptation of the book, or at least half of the book.
I like the movie, and I feel like I do have issues with it. Some are what I already described, the less is more in horror films, but the other part is these kids are 12 to 14 years old. I don't really know their exact ages, but at my age, I'd be terrified to be alone, and some of these kids just want to wander off by themselves. It's like, how do you have less fear than I do? Doesn't make any sense. You know how many horror movies I've seen? I expect everything. And I know I don't want to be alone.
Yeah. Well, anyways, I don't know. It is a creepy film. I'm not going to say it's scary. I'm not going to say it totally lived up to the hype. But I feel like they did do a really good job with it. I'm giving it a B+. I like what they did with it.
I do too, although I am giving it a B.
Yeah, I feel like I definitely think it's worth checking out.
I do too.
And especially if you've read the book or seen the 1990 film, they changed some things from the book,
and then
but
stay true to some other
they
things.
stay true to a lot, which I did like. And I already said I wasn't going to bring that into it, but I did like. I'm just saying, if you've read the book, you're going to enjoy a lot of the scenes, and then some they changed, but I felt like it worked. I do hope they make a part 2.
That's why I have it as a B, because I was actually looking forward to both sides of the story, and for some reason, because I didn't know, I'm a little let down. So this grade may change if they make a chapter 2.
Maybe.
Be on the lookout.
But it is a pretty good film. I did have some personal flaws with it, but that doesn't take away from the fact that they really tackled one heck of a book.
Oof.
And I really hope we get a part 2. So yeah, and of course, if you have seen it, let us know what you thought about it.
Please.
We would love to know.
Yes.
And of course, if you like this video, hit the like button if you want to see more of our awesome, terrifying movie reviews. Hit the subscribe button. And as always, guys, thank you so much for watching. We appreciate it. You guys are the best. And take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and we will see you guys next time.